Hello, everyone. It's time for the newest edition of Twins Week in Baseball. This is Tribe Fan 879 here, and we're going to recap two of the three games against the Los Angeles Angels and three out of the four games against the New York Yankees. And we'll start with Game 63, which pitted Ricky Nolasco against Jared Weaver. And the Twins would actually get the first run on the board with one out in the top half of the third. Byron Buxton smacks a solo home run, his third of the year. And that put the Twins out 1-0. We now go to the bottom half of the fourth when the Twins would lose their lead. Leadoff single by Johnny Giavotella after a Todd Cunningham strikeout. Gregorio Petit reaches on a Eduardo Nunez error. That put runners on first and second. Carlos Perez would then single home Giavotella to tie the game at 1. And then Shane Robinson would single home Petit to make it 2-1. And that would be the last time that the Twins would even come close. We go to the bottom half of the sixth inning here. Yes, the one out double by Perez. And then Yunel Escobar doubles home Perez to make it 3-0. And then Cole Calhoun singles home Escobar, which makes it 4-0. The final run would be added when Albert Pujols leadoff single, and then Johnny Giavotella triples him home. Boy, that had to roll around for a while because you could almost time Pujols with a sundial. The starting pitcher for the Angels, Jared Weaver, had a fantastic game. He went the distance, going 4 over the minimum, gave up 3 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 3. And giving up 1 run, not 0. Sorry, because that one was the home run. So we'll make that change there. All right, the next game was Game 64. This was Irvin Santana and Jhoulys Chacín. Excuse me, I'm going to kind of try to center the camera here. My bad. Sorry. Yes, it's Irvin Santana against Jhoulys Chacín. The Twins would once again get out first. Deja vu with the long ball, except for this time it was Oswaldo Arcia with only his second home run of the game. That made it 1-0 Twins. The Angels would get all their runs in the bottom half of the third, all with 2 outs. Yunel Escobar leadoff single. He goes to third on a Cole Calhoun single. Mike Trout walks to load the bases, and then Albert Pujols with the easy RBI with the walk, bases loaded walk, and then CJ Cron with a 2-run double. That made it 3-0. The Twins would try to get a run by themselves. Brian Dozier with 2 outs was hit by a pitch when, I believe that would have been Cam Bedrosian would have come in. Then Oswaldo Arcia singles him to third, and then Max Kepler dribbles one to first, and it must have gone through Cron's legs because it goes as an error, an unearned run, and it makes it 3-2. However, Houston Street would come in the ninth and slam the door on the Twins. Final score is 3-2 Angels. Santana would get the loss going 6 innings. Didn't pitch all that terribly. Jhoulys Chacín went the 5 innings for the win. And Houston Street would get the save. Now, the Twins might have been a little frustrated, but the next game they had their Howard Beale from Network. They were mad as hell and weren't going to take it anymore. That game was played on the channel, and if you want a modern-day version of Home Run Derby, go watch that game. And to give you kind of a thing, that was Tyler Duffy against Hector Santiago. And then the next game after that was also played on the channel. That would have been Game 66, which was CC Sabathia against Kyle Gibson. It was a good game. For 8 innings, that was a good game. And then the ninth inning happened, and I won't spoil it for you, but I think I just did. All right, so that brings us to game 67. This was Masahiro Tanaka against Pat Dean. The Yankees get out first in the top half of the fourth. Leadoff single by Jacoby Ellsbury. He steals second. Goes to third on a Trevor Plouffe error. And then Carlos Beltran hits into the 1-6-3 double play. But that would score a run to put the Yankees up 1-0. And then in the top half of the sixth, the Yankees would add all the rest of their runs. Beltran with a 2-out single. Alex Rodriguez, who somehow went 3 for 4 on the day. I thought this was supposed to be his down year, but singles him to third. And then Starlin Castro with the Earl Weaver special, the 3-run homer. That made it 4-0, and they would need all them runs because the Fighting Twins would come back in the bottom half of the sixth. Byron Buxton, a leadoff double. Then he moves to third on a Eduardo Nunez single. They got the next 2 outs on strikeouts, but Brian Dozier would come through and bring home Buxton to make it 4-1. And then Trevor Plouffe would bring home Nunez and Dozier with a 2-out, 2-run double. That made it 4-3. However, the Twins would get no closer. Aroldis Chapman pitches the scoreless ninth for the save. Tanaka went 5 2/3 for the win, barely. And then Pat Dean goes 5 2/3 as well for the loss. All right, in the next game, I think I kind of gave this away if you were watching the Chat with Al or one of the other ones for Saturday night. This is game 68, Michael Pineda versus Ricky Nolasco. And this had all the makings of a pitching duel. However, the Twins did shoot themselves in the foot a couple times. Bottom half of the second, runners on first and third, strikeout with nobody out, strikeout in a double play, ends the inning. In the bottom half of the fifth, 1-out walk to Buxton, goes to third on a double, and then gets, however, trying to take the third base, he gets thrown out at the plate on a great relay from Ellsbury. And then we'll wait till the last opportunity, but we go to the top half of the ninth when Brandon Kinsler's pitching, and with 2 outs in the top of the ninth, Didi Gregorius with a solo home run makes it 1-0. They almost didn't last because Brian Dozier led off the inning with the ninth inning with a triple off Chapman. However, Max Kepler hit one right to the first baseman. They threw home and they get Dozier at the plate on the contact play. Then he went to second on a pass ball, or actually, next guy struck out and then went to second on a pass ball, but then Escobar would foul out to the catcher to end the game. 1-0, the Yankees win. Pineda would get the win. He went 8, and Chapman gets the save. All right, we'll take you to the final game of the series, and finally the Twins get on the board. Actually, they would hold the Yankees scoreless in this game, and we'll get to their best opportunity in just a second. The Twins would get out early on Nathan Eovaldi. It was Nathan Eovaldi and Irvin Santana. Eduardo Escobar with a 1-out double, then Kurt Suzuki 2 batters later with 2 outs, doubles home Escobar for his 16th RBI of the year. The best chance the Yankees had was in the top of the 7th. Leadoff single by Castro, 2 singles by Gregorius and Headley load the bases. They bring the infield in, and then Ike Davis hits a smash to the shortstop. He throws home, and they get Castro at the plate. Then Santana would get Ellsbury to strike out, and Gardner to ground out to third, and that would be it. However, the Twins would not be done scoring. They brought in Andrew Miller to pitch the eighth, and Joe Mauer picks out an inside and low fastball and rips it over the right field wall for a big insurance run. That's Mauer's 8th home run and 30th RBI. That made it 2-0. Brandon Kinsler would finish off the 9th with a 1-2-3 performance for the save. Santana went 6 innings for the win. The Yankees only got 5 hits in this game. All right, so the Twins' record is now 26-43. They will be playing 3 games against the Phillies and 3 games in Yankee Stadium against the Yankees. I'll just go ahead and give you the matchups for the games that I will be rolling full games on the channel. Actually, my next game is going to be the next game they will play, and that is Aaron Nola versus Tyler Duffy. And then the game that I'll roll in the Yankees series, let me get that one out, is Tommy Malone against Masahiro Tanaka. All right, well, that concludes this edition of Twins Week in Baseball. We hope whatever game you are playing that you are enjoying. Please give the like button for this video, and if you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to be notified of my next videos. And whatever games you are playing, may your dice be lively and your rolls or clicks be good. Have a good night, everybody.